Hey there everybody, welcome to the very first installment of Brew Review with Doug. I'm Doug. I am a proud new merchant at the new venture Celtic Festival Online, CelticFestivalOnline.com, and I operate under the brand name of Celtic Hammer Club. I'm coming to you this evening from the Celtic Hammer Club pub, where when I'm not busy drawing or creating things in a Celtic or Norse style, I like to brew and make my own ales and meads. So tonight I wanted to share with you something I made recently, and it is something delicious called a Scottish Wee Heavy, sometimes referred to as a Scottish 90 shilling ale. And you'll see the characteristic of Scottish ales is that dark color. You can see it's like a deep red, a deep amber. The other characteristic of a Scottish ale is its sweetness. Now, when you make an ale, you tend to use a plant called hops to strike a balance with the sweetness from the malted barley. The hops contribute a certain amount of bitterness. Now, that spectrum between the sweetness and the bitterness can vary widely, but with the Scottish ale, it tends to be on the sweet side. It's got almost like a caramel flavor. It's really delicious. I prefer a sweeter beer, so this is one that's really a favorite for me. Now, there's an actual historic and cultural reason why Scottish ales are made with that sweetness with a very low hop content. The reason is practical. All the way up in Scotland, it was very difficult for the brewers to get their hands on that plant, the hops that was used for the bittering. So because of the scarcity of the hops, there's a scarcity of bitterness in the beer. So that's specifically why Scottish ales tend to be the way that they are with the sweetness. Another thing you heard me mention was that sometimes a wee heavy style, Scottish wee heavy, is also referred to as a 90 shilling ale. That's also a tradition from the pubs in Scotland where the ales would be more money depending on how strong they were. So 30 shilling ale would be the lighter one in alcohol, not in color. 60 shilling would be in the middle. Strong one, 90 shilling, is at the top. So another characteristic of this ale I made is, just like all things related to the mighty Scotland, this has got a lot of strength to it. This came in at 8% alcohol by volume, which is pretty typical of the style. Sometimes that can go higher. I've seen them go up to 10% double-digit alcohol. So be careful when enjoying a Scottish Wee Heavy. I appreciate you all tuning in. Doug's Brew Review will hopefully be a recurring segment, part of the new Celtic Festival Online community. Every time I make something new, I'll be happy to share a video and tell you a little bit about the style, where it comes from, all those kinds of details that I shared with you this evening. So one last look at that beautiful Scottish Wee Heavy or 90 shilling ale. I appreciate you taking the time. It's great to meet you all. I hope to see you again soon. Sláinte.